everyone, it's Alyssa. It is a beautiful day outside, very warm. So I'm between clients. I have been in the field all day, and I decided to just take this time to make a video. All right, so look, I'm wearing my recovery shirt today. Super excited about that. I love when I wear my stuff. And okay, so I just wanted to kind of just talk about two things. One is the shirts that I'm making, and the other one, which ties into it, is taking time out to. I posted a quote the other day, and it says, don't be busy, be productive. So that's pretty much like what it is that I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so I'm gonna say, like, majority other people who have an addiction or a mental health issue, like, I kind of want to start making more videos where it's not just focus on one, where we can focus on both, because a lot of people do have both, or I'm trying to reach out to people who have either both or either. To me, they kind of go together. I have I don't know, anxiety. I definitely have anxiety. And I was told I have ADHD. I don't know, I'm not 100%. It could just be my anxiety. I feel like it just is. I get very anxious, and then I start to get overwhelmed, and I don't really know what to do, and I kind of shut down or whatever. I don't know, like, if it's just part of my behavior at this point, if it's something that I can like work through. But when I make videos, I want for people to know that it's not just coming from a place of somebody who's in recovery from addiction. It's somebody who's actively working on their mental health as well. Anyway, so like a lot of other people, like I was saying before, I started using, it wasn't like, I'm not going to say that it doesn't happen, because it does. It happens where from one day to the next, people are just like, full-blown using, not this gradual thing. But for me, it was a very gradual thing. I started, like, I was very young, so it was like, taking drinks when I could, at friends' houses, at my house, like things that wouldn't really go missing. Then as I started to get a little bit older, me and my friends, we started like smoking and stuff like that, and then the smoking went from like once every few months to every few weeks to every few days or whatever. And then I started taking pills, and like when I first started taking the pills, like I didn't really even know what it is that I was taking. Like I would just be like, I have $20, what can I get with this? And like depending, like sometimes they'd be like, I have this one and this one is 20, or like I have these 5 and these 5 are 20, like whatever it was. Or so it wasn't it took a while for me to get there. So I've always been like a creative type of person, like I started out like when I was younger, I was dancing, and then I went on to, like, I always liked to cook. I was like in junior high school when I would like cook things, like random stuff, I would doodle. I loved to doodle. Like I would like write my name in like bubble letters and like make hearts and flowers and stars and stuff like that. I liked to color, like coloring pencils, stuff like that. Then as I got older, I used to like to bake. I used to love to bake. I used to bake so much, seriously, that I knew how to bake a cake, like without even looking at anything, and I would kind of alter it, put different things in it, and now I cannot remember. I literally have to read the recipe 10 times if I was to make it. But like I loved to decorate the cake. It wasn't so much making. Like making is it's fun in and of itself, but like decorating it, that was like really my thing. I wasn't always like super good at it. Like I would do it and it would be fun, so I didn't, like, I would get upset if it didn't come out, like if it was just like ugly. But most of the time, just doing it, it was fun for me to do it. Like I really enjoyed myself. And as I got older, like I found different things, and so I was always very artistic. I would consider myself to be very much that. type of person. But then when my use started to get like bad, when I was using like every single day, I didn't even realize that I was just kind of like waking up and then using and going to work or going to school, whatever, just to be able to use. But then when I started to get clean, even just like when I stopped like doing pills and smoking or whatever, now I was just like drinking, like I started to realize that like all the things that I used to do for fun, like I wasn't doing anymore. You know, like people would ask, oh, what do you do for fun? And I used to list all those things, but then it got to a point where people would say, well, what do you do for fun? And I would just be like, oh, I watch TV, you know? Or like, I don't know, I don't like play video games. Like when I was using, I used to like to play video games a lot, like completely zone out and stuff like that. And I even like stopped listening to music. Like I said, I just completely stopped doing things, so I had to kind of like reinvent myself, which is why now I'm like super excited the fact that I decided to do the shirts. Like I wanted, well, when I got pregnant, when I found out it was twins, I was so excited, and I wanted to have like matching outfits or whatever, and like not matching to like wear, you know, one wears like a shirt with oranges, the other wears a shirt with oranges. Like I wanted like one with lemons and one with limes, you know, like something like that, like random, but like two things that'll be cute together. And it was really hard. Like a lot of the things I found was like thing one and thing two, like everybody had that, or like I don't know, whatever, it wasn't a lot of stuff. So I said, you know, I really wish that there was more stuff like that. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, oh, why don't we just do it? She's like, why don't we, like, you know, make our own company, and we make it and stuff like that. And I was like, that's really cool. And so then we were thinking about it, we were talking about it, and then I said, you know, I got a was it a shirt? Yeah, I got a shirt for a friend of mine who's in recovery, and it was fairly expensive, and I got like stickers and stuff like that from the website, and it was difficult to find stuff. Like I didn't really find a lot of stuff, and I said, you know what, since I'm doing this anyway, like I think that I want to get a shirt for myself and promote it, so that people could see it and like ask questions, or like, you know, they see the name, then maybe they'll go on to like Instagram, or they'll go on to YouTube or whatever, like to help me promote it. And I made the shirt and I showed it to a friend of mine, and he said, oh, I want one. I was like, you want one? Like it was just, I was like so confused. I was like, you want a shirt? And he's like, yeah. So I made him a shirt, and I have the picture of him on the thing. And also I wanted to promote it. That's why I did the vinyl that's on my car, because I wanted to promote it. I wish it was bigger. I didn't, like, I just started, you know, so it's like a little bit not confusing, but it's just to think of how big to make it. But it's exciting. Like, you know, I say all that to say, like, I didn't even realize till the other day when I was thinking about it, like, this is just me now after 5+ years of being sober, going back to what it is that I love to do. Like I love to make things, and I realized that all those things that I did, you know, the drawing and sketching and cooking and baking and painting. I'm terrible, but I love I really do. I like painting. All those things, and the t-shirts, and I make mugs, and I do, you know, like all that stuff is just very creative, and it's just me doing things, seeing the end result of it. And I'm very happy, and I'm very proud of myself that I was able to get back to that, because I don't know, like I'm not gonna say that I never thought that I would be able to get back to who I was before, but being, you know, so you become a different person when you get clean, you know, like the person that you were before. It's difficult for you to go back to being that person, because now you've gone through a lot. Like I went through a lot of stuff that really it made me question like who I was, and what the world had to offer to me. A lot of experiences that have changed me. So I was like, am I ever going to be able to go back to doing things that I genuinely enjoy? And I was thinking the other day, like, so much about like different shirts that I could do, like for my recovery line, and then I have the multiple line, and it's nice to think it, because my anxiety, now this goes back to my anxiety, when I'm very anxious and I'm thinking, and it's like you think of things and you don't even realize that it's never gonna happen, you know. You're just like, oh my goodness, what if this happens, and what am I gonna do, and how about, you know, how am I gonna live, and where's the money gonna come from? And it's just like, it's very difficult. And when you're stuck in that mindset, it's just that over and over and over again. But finding something to take my mind off of it, and then putting a productive spin on it, it feels good. Like, even if I get overwhelmed, like, I'll take a minute and I'll be like, all right, you know what, like, let me design a new shirt, you know, let me think of something else that I could do, like, let me see how I can reach out to people. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better to know that, like, all right, so even if I make these shirts and like nobody ends up getting them, like, I wear them all the time. I really do. I always have thoughts of what I'm like, oh, I gotta put that on a shirt. Like, I don't know if people care for it. I really don't, but I care for it, you know. Like, and this recovery page means so much to me. It really does mean so much to me, because, you know, as a community, we are connected, and we give support to one another, and we say, oh my god, you did this and it's so amazing and I'm so proud of you, not even knowing who the person is, you know, not knowing what it is they've been through, not knowing who it is that they are to other people, if they've hurt them or whatever it is. Like, there's this mutual understanding between us, like, you know, that wasn't who you are, this is who you are, and this is what you're doing, you know. And I love and I support you for that, for being a bigger person, and getting yourself to a place where you feel good and you feel comfortable, wherever that place is. But outside of that, like, it's even within your own family, sometimes it's like they don't get it, you know. And so this page to me is just that, you know. It's a place where we can go to connect to one another, but then hopefully the world, not like the world, but like people on the outside, hopefully they could see that, you know, the community, the sense of like compassion and empathy, and they'll want to understand it. Like, that's why I wear my stuff, and that's why I promote it so much, because I want for people to start to get it, and I want for, you know, even if it's like one person in the street to stop me and be like, what does your shirt mean? And I say, you know, go to my page, see what it is that people go through. It's not, everybody's not unique in the sense that they won't have support, you know. There's always somebody that's gonna give support and give love, and hopefully people can just start to adapt to that, and we can stop having this like stigma where we don't feel like we can. And I think that that's all that it is, you know. Even the fact that I was able to come through my addiction and be in recovery or whatever, like, I still consider myself to be very different, because when I go into work or whatever, the people that I work with, they don't, you know, they, like, I was talking to somebody and they were like, oh my god, I can't wait till vacation, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna, you know, get so drunk and blah blah blah. And it's like, that's great, you know. Like, when you're not in recovery, when you don't have an addiction problem, like being on vacation and drinking, it's a good time, because then you don't have to worry about anything. It is what it is. And I was just like, oh yeah, LOL, you know. And she was just like looking at me, and I was like, yeah, I don't drink. I was like, I'm in recovery, you know. Like, she was like, oh, you know. And then when I'm talking to people within the recovery community, like, sometimes they don't, I don't know, they don't necessarily see me as being the same, because I was able to, you know, turn it around and go into this field. So it just very much is like, you know, being accepted. I think, I hope, I really do, you know, I hope that you guys accept me and understand, like, I've been on both sides, and there are people who do care, and there are people who want for you to be better. And like, I want for everyone that I come across to be the best version of themselves. And I know that you always have to work on it, and I know it's very hard, like that I know very much, like it's very hard to work on you. sometimes, because you know, life is just there and there's so many things and you're just like, no, like I can't, I have to, you know, do this, I have to, you know, bills aren't just gonna get paid by me being clean. And like, I do get that, but I definitely think that by being the best person that you can be and giving yourself that time to just, you know, zone out, feel good, feel motivated, then you can, you know, wake up the next day and try again, and hopefully that'll be the start of something good. So with that being said, I am selling my shirts. I have 10 templates on Instagram. I'm going to be hopefully making more shirts this weekend because this is 3-day weekend and I should have some time to do so. I'll post them up. I do not have a website that I'm selling them. I'm only selling them. It's custom. I'm literally making every single shirt. So anything that you want, any, you know, I have the phrases that are there already, or if you want a different phrase, if you're I know a lot of people have like the recovery walks, and if you order for a recovery walk or for a memorial or anything like that, I'll give you a discounted price, definitely, because I know that some people do it and they'll make like a t-shirt commemorating the person, so I would definitely help out. I'll do that. Also, I'm going to be making, which hopefully I'll be able to make a template, or maybe I'll just make a shirt and I'll post a picture of it. I'm going to make the ribbon, the awareness ribbon shirts with the different colors. I'll post up what the different colors mean. So if you want to get a shirt or a mug, I don't know if you guys saw, I think I posted it up. I do mugs as well, and it's, you know, it's very subtle. I can write something on one side and then put the ribbon on the other side. Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much do anything. And again, at the end of it all, it's just to be able to give back to the community because of everything that has been done for me in my time, especially, you know, the likes and the comments and the messages, all that stuff. It makes me feel like I'm doing my part, and definitely if you have anything recovery, anything, if it's a blog, if it's a meeting, if it's a Facebook page or an Instagram, anything, just reach out to me and I will share it. I will try and get you as many people as I can, because the whole point of what I do is, again, so that we're not looked at in such a negative light, because some of the best people I've ever met have been recovering from something. So check me out, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Send me a message. If you would like to collab, we can do that as well. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend.